Kia ora koutou, nau mai hara mai ki te whenua nei o ngā tika hanunu, nau mai hara mai nei ke raru i tamaru o ngā maunga whakahihi o te mata o kahurānaki me kōhinu rākau, ki te taho o ngā awa o te ngarororo me te tūtai kūri. Nau mai hara mai ki tēnei whenua nei o Waitangi me ki tā Aotearangi nei. Kia koutou, nau mai hara mai. Kia ora everyone, welcome to this Go for 12 adventure race. My name's Piripi Smith. I'm a kaiwhakatere waka, a navigator on our waka of Tamatoa Māori, and we take care of this place, the Aotearangi and this whenua. Kia ora koutou.
The 2025 New Zealand Secondary Schools Track Me Go for 12 adventure race was held in the beautiful coastal region nea here taunga in Te Mataua Māui. Take kaireihi through the local whenua Pāmu, out through a privately owned wildlife sanctuary with breathtaking scenery, ara takutai whāruarua and stream tricks and all the usual adventure that feature ia tau in Go for 12 adventure races. I timata atu I te puni karakia o Tukituki and took them upriver a tai atu ki te taone o Waipūreku, where they paddled to and then mountain biked to Aotearangi. He pahikara maunga e eke ana e rātou, mai I te ara takutai ki Clifton. Ka eke haere tonu ki ngā whenua waiwaia o te Kauaua Māui ki Sanctuary Cove to a big undulating trail near Clifton Station, then a final trek along Te One Pū and up a gorge track and back. The cover that captured all points available travelled ko tahirau kilomita, with the Rothbury Insurance Clifton Station trek being the most lucrative wāhanga in terms of available points. And as always, there are penalties for any kapa who don't finish I te ono karaka I te pō. He rā hirahira te rā I mua I te timatanga o te reihi, mō ngā kai reihi me ngā kai tautoko hoki. Nō te ahiahi, pai mai ai te nuinga o rātou ki te puni karakia o Tukituki, mai I ngā tōpito katoa o te motu ki te whakarite I te puni. They all had to check in, receive their race packs which included their race number, instructions, ngā mapi whenua and their in-reach device. They then had the option, te mātaki I tētahi kiriata tohu. Much time is then spent studying the instructions and mapi whenua, and discussions ahead constructing tactics for the coming rā reihi. I hui te katoa I muhi te tina ki te whakarongo ki a Piripi Smith me āna kōrero tukuiho e pāna ki te whenua me ngā kōrero paki o tēnei wāhi. This was important, as racers may need to recount what he said during their race the next day. The volunteers then had the huge job of feeding all the kapa me ngā kapa tautoko. This preceded the race briefing, as always conducted by race director David Tate, as he addressed a record number of participants.
We have the most competitors that we've ever had. So we've had a couple of teams pull out, but I think we were at 229 competitors on the 3 hour, the 6 hour and the 12 hour.
As always, this is an important part of the evening where critical information is communicated, especially with record numbers in attendance, which means plenty of new competitors who are new to adventure racing. I tohuhia ngā kapa tautoko o te rā kia haere katoa rātou ki te wāhi whakawhiti I mua I te timatanga o te reihi.
Okay, kia ora, well, welcome. 19th running of the Go for 12.
Once again, we were lucky enough to have two crews wear GoPros during the day. Ko ngā kapa e rua I roto I te wāhanga tāne, one of those teams was Track Me Motueka Boise's.
Oi, ka tā ki te MΑORI, ko te MAORI ahi noa ki rungi tēnei tauira, ki rungi tēnei tauira. Kia tau te MAORI ki rungi tēnei whenua ki raro I te maru o te maunga o te mata, ko te MAORI o te awa o te tukituki me te tūtai kūri me te ngarororo. Ko te MAORI o ennei rangatahi hara mai mo te whakataitai nei, ko te MAORI he tikini iho mai te whai ora o tāne te waiora. Tēnā te matatau ki eke pautū te rangi tū ki te rangi. Eke pānuku, eke tangaro, tū mai te toki. Haumi e hui e.
Tai.
The race began with one member of each team needing to run about 1,500 metres to the end of Moore Road and back to retrieve either a kikorangi or whero band, which would determine what their second leg would be. Ko te taura kikorangi e tohu ana I te wāhanga eke waka tuarua. Ā, ko te taura whero e tohu ana I te wāhanga eke pahikara tuatoru. Ki ngā whenua rāhui o Waitangi, ki te whakaoti I te wero awhe arara. In next to no time, our initial kaioma returned to the Rārangi timatanga, where their teams were all standing by, ready for the initial pahikara maunga. Ko te kapa tuarua e mau ana I te GoPro, no te kura o ngā taitamatāne o ngā motu e kia nei, ko the Chafing the Dream.
Yeah.
And before long, it was complete mayhem as all kapa jostled to make their way through the small gate and start making their way to Clive.
Excuse me. Just here. What colour did you get, Louis? Oh, sweet.
Having retrieved their kikorangi or whero band, the HDC mountain bike would send kapa along the Tukituki River, across the bridge and around the point to the transition area in the Everswindell Reserve I te taone a Waipureku.
Is Louis here? Louis!
Kei mua ia rātou, ko o rātou ake kapa tautoko e tatari ana ki te awhi. Ki te whakatutuki rānei, I o rātou hiahia I te wāhanga kei mua ia rātou. The first of our teams rolled in a little after half an hour after the start.
Ooh. Okay, got it. Where we going? We're biking. Yeah, we're biking. We do know our bags to biking.
Where's the transit?
Te kapa tuatahi ka tirohia o na taputapu ko te kapa Track Me Motueka Boisies.
Gear check is you need a knife, grease top.
Okay, my police top and bottom is in here. Okay.
There's one there.
There's one there and there's one there.
Yep.
Hat.
3 hats.
Yeah.
Jet hat there.
Yep.
Chafing the Dream would do the mountain bike and orienteering section next. And Track Me Motueka Boise's would do the pedalling section.
Am I going in the middle?
You're in the middle, nearly. In the middle. Yeah.
The NCC pedal section took teams along the Clyde River, around the point ki te timatanga o te awa o Ngaruroro. Ki tētahi motu pakupaku kei te taha o te piriti ā, ka hoki anō.
This land is very rich in history, Māori history and also European history. Going back to the times of when Ngāti Kahungunu came down here from Turanganui a Kiwa, and it was in this basin area here called Tipu o Taraia, where Taraia first claimed all this land for Ngāti Kahungunu. And we've been here ever since that period of time, so the adventure races will be kayaking in that specific area, Tipu o Taraia, where the Ngaruroro and the Tutaukuri rivers go out to the Puwaha, to the mouth. Also in terms of history here, we had an old pā site here called Te Awapuni Pā. When Europeans first came, not far from here is where the Treaty of Waitangi was signed for us in Ngāti Kahungunu, just at the mouth of the Tukituki River. And also William Colenso brought the Christianity and also taught Māori to read and write in this very land that we're standing on now.
The HBRC mountain bike and orienteering section started with a 3-kilometre bike ride over the awa and up to Te Aotearoa, where they would then have 3 to 4 kilometres to traverse by foot as they completed the orienteering, which included 17 controls. And then they'd ride back to Clive.
Going back maybe 20 years through to 10 years ago, this place was really misused by the general public. This area that we're pretty much are now was Hawke's Bay's biggest illegal rubbish dumping ground, and with our kaupapa of voyaging of waka, we sail waka all throughout the Pacific. We wanted to be able to teach navigation at this site, so we wanted to bring back the Māori to the whenua, the life force to the whenua, and we've been able to do that in the last 10 years with erecting the ātiarangi there and being able to bring community groups and schools down here. So we've been able to change the tide and the whakaaro of the people that come down here. Instead of coming down here to dump rubbish, now they come down here to learn and just enjoy a cultural space, really.
Do we need to carry bags for this?
Team 11. David, you're taking everything with you all the time.
Okay, cool.
Do we go underneath? Oh, is it there? On that side? Yeah.
Chafing the Dream started to locate their first controls of the Aotearoa, Track Me Motueka Boise's closed in on the turnaround point of their hoi.
Bring the front round when you get in. Where should you go? Okay, yeah. Quick, listen. All the way across. All the way across like that. Oh. Straight up and down. Okay?
Yeah.
On your knees. Standing on your knees are not painful, but then you can lean forward.
Oh, right there. What number? You come in here, you like me.
Yes, sir.
No, get out. It's slippery. Yeah. Yeah.
So what number are you guys?
14.
Good, Leo? You guys got it?
Yeah, go.
Ko eke nei te wā e oti ai ngā kapa Aotearoa I te whenua rāhui o Waitangi. Track Me Motueka Boises were moving on to the mountain bike and orienteering. And just as our second team to finish the orienteering from Francis Douglas Memorial College was departing Aotearoa, the Track Me Motueka Boises team were arriving.
We have.
Yep. Alright, let's roll.
We actually put 5 in number 6. 6 number 6.
As the Track Me Boises team set off on the orienteering, I hoki te kapa irarua o te kura o Middle Grange ki Waipūreku. And just as chafing the dream set off back to Waipūraku, wa pā he raru ki a rātou.
No. Joseph. No, yeah, that's munted.
Let's change your snap.
Okay, good. I'll put it over here.
The New Plymouth boys realised they were better to run their broken bike back to the transition area 3 kilometres away. E mahi taia nā rātou ki te taha haere i te pahikara pakaru. The first teams we spotted who'd already completed the orienteering at the turnaround point of the Wāhanga Hoi was the Hearty Hippos from Onslow College. I te hoki mai te kapa o chafing the dream ki te whenua rāhui o Evers Swindell.
Chain snapped. Man, it's a nice day out here. Okay, cool. Slightly.
While Track Me Boisies were the fourth team to clip the controls on both sections 2 and 3, they were the first kapa to set out on section 4, the low alpine mountain bike. This was a 16-kilometre bike ride along the coast, over the bridge and past Home Moana and Te Awanga to Clifton, which would be their kāinga for the remainder of the day. Having arrived at Clifton so early, I te whakaritea tonutia te wāhi whakawhiti, tere tonu tā rātou whakatika anō i a rātou. Kātahi ka puta anō mā runga pahikara ki te wāhanga e whai mai ana. And as they rode out, they passed some of the chasing teams. All 26 teams in the 12-hour race completed the first 4 sections, so we can now take a quick look at the standings at the stage. Track Me Boise's had a slim 4-minute lead over the Hearty Hippos from Onslow College in the Whakataitai Tāne, while the team from Francis Douglas was not much further back. I roto I te wāhanga wahine, Motueka Girlsies had a large lead over Taradale and Whangarei, while the newcomers from Middleton led the mixed comp, closely followed by Taradale, who had a decent time advantage over the Motueka Mixies. The Rosewood Cape Kidnappers mountain bike was a 30-kilometre ride through some whenua ātāhua with spectacular views. It featured a gruelling climb from the coast up a large puke at Rangiika that will force competitors to push their bikes up on foot.
The mountain biking section of the race will be on the land that we call Tamatao Maui, which is the Fishhooker Maui. It's also known as Cape Kidnappers from the time when Cook came through with the Endeavour. For us as mana whenua, we know that the area is Tamatao Maui. Relating the kōrero of how Maui was able to navigate and fish up this tika Maui, that whenua there bears that name.
Much of the terrain our kapa will navigate is through a wildlife reserve called Sanctuary Cove.
It's a 2,500 hectare sanctuary, privately owned. We deal with endangered species, mostly birds, tuatara, and we have numerous volunteers.
Ko Levi tōku nei ingoa mai te tao here taunga, ararau here taunga uku nui, here taunga te aro te kāhu, here taunga tako tō noa, mai te pā o Matahiwi. So yeah, I come from more over on the Heretaunga side of our Cape Sanctuary, which is where we are now. And yeah, do a whole lot of our taiao environmental mahi for the marae. The chair over there, but then also have my business, the pā, which we do a whole lot of the work out here. Have done so for the last about 3 years.
But it's beautiful to have all these people to come in and help.
Could be spraying the blackberry up on the hills and getting rid of that.
We have 75,000 trees that we plant per year. We've planted over 1 million trees.
Grabbing some of the 75,000 trees that are growing here at the Sanctuary Nursery and walking those up the faces and getting some spades in the ground.
And the main thing that's important here though is that we have a predator-proof fence.
Stretches just over 10 k's from our side of the coast of Ngāti Hāwea over to this side of the coast of Ngāti Whakaiti, Mihiroa, our Waimarama whānau.
We've got a leaky fence, but we are predator-free.
Yeah, if that goes down in some high winds or yeah, some other weather events, that's where the crew sort of jump in and we have basically a clock on us to try get it up before an incursion of predators comes in to start nailing some of our taonga that we have out here. We have takahare, we have brown kiwi, we've got little spotted kiwi, kaka, we've got a kaka site, we've got seabird sites as well. We've got fleshy foots coming in April from Whitianga. We have titi that come in on their own now. We started off a program in the seabird site. They come back here now in their hundreds. We've also got tuturuatu, there's only 54 in the world. Probably around about 45 different endangered species that come into the sanctuary. We bring them out from all over Aotearoa, bring them in, look after them, grow them. We've got over 800 brown kiwi at the moment from, 17 eggs 16 years ago, so it's pretty amazing what happens here. We've closed the beach down to vehicles and we can't stop dogs, but the kiwis, we have so many kiwis now, they're walking down Ocean Beach and are going to the other property next door, up through the surf club, they're everywhere. It's amazing.
Look at that stunning view. What's the number, Lou? Leo, is it 105? Yeah.
As the Track Me Boise's team continued out front, the New Plymouth team chafing the dream was the 8th team to get to the first control of the Rosewood Cape Kidnappers wahanga Eke Pahikara Maunga.
We're going back that way.
This way?
What's the... Oh, that one. Yeah, you can see people.
By now, Track Me Boise's had the big puke climb that would take all of our kapa who did this section a lot of time and effort to complete.
Up the college.
Control E7 was after the initial part of the Kakenga Nui, but there was a hill climb ahead after this brief break from the steep hill.
This is a sick place. Sorry.
Well done, gang. You're halfway up the hill. And this is the last big hill. The nasty one.
I hope so.
There's a lot of little ones, but this is the last big one. Well, I don't think when you get up, you're going to have a downhill somewhere.
There's quite a wee way before we get to another control.
Wa eke te wā, wa pakaru ngā hamuti o te kapa chafing the dream.
I'm there.
Resting at the very top, the view was still being appreciated.
Stunner though, eh?
I te paupautanga o te rā, with most teams still out on the Rosewood Cape Kidnappers mountain bike, we can get a bit of a gauge now on which kapa are faring well. New Plymouth girls had to cut the mountain bike short and were back resting at Clifton doing activities, while Motueka girlsies and Warts were still biking and tracking well in the Whakataitai wahine. Track Me Boisies had completed the full mountain bike and were also resting back at Clifton doing activities. Chafing the Dream and JPC boys were not far behind them in the Wāhanga Tāne, and in the Whakataitai Hanumi, ko puta te ihu or pains in the brains. And while there was a three-way tie for second at this stage, the Middleton team had a good time advantage, and Taradale hadn't managed to take all points on offer. At the Activity Centre at Clifton Transition Area 2, there were quizzes to do identifying ngā tapu wai kararehe and a quiz on the Star Compass at Aotearoa. They had to create a paracord bracelet, me te whakaatu I tētahi tēneti. Me whakaoti panga hono.
Okay, now can you just grab one of these?
A cooker needed to be made out of a Coke can. Ka kohua tia te wai.
Oh, stop boiling. It's gone out.
See the bubbles. Yep.
De boer.
Can you tip the water out just quickly when you cut it?
The next section was the Rothbury Insurance Clifton Station trick, te kauma iwa kilomita te tawhiti māraro, winding their way through a lot of dry creek beds, but then scaling large hills and descending into ravines. There were over 2,000 points offered and therefore an important section for most of our teams to complete, if they could. Many teams dropped in at the ropes area to complete the 5 activities on offer there. The knots task required 3 specific knots to be tied.
We're looking for a re-threaded figure 8. It's the same, it just, done.
The ring toss was a frustrating task for many, but then an opportunity to rest as well.
One at a time. Yay! Get them back, get them back.
There's your map, Leah. Cool, cool.
Ia te wā ko te wāhanga Trillion Traverse, he wāhanga hari.
And I'll just wait there. Can I go? Am I good to go?
Yeah, you can go now.
Good,
Then,
mate.
Kim's Kiemu Pūmahara required a member of your kapa to remember all these items in the allotted 30 seconds and then run back and write them all down.
On the full bike, no.
There was shelter and in-reach task.
Whoa!
I feel safe and protected.
Send, all okay.
And our GoPro wearing teams showed off the spectacular trek through the dry creek bed, where the walls closed in around them and created some much needed shade on such a hot day.
It is right too.
Holy moly, this is sick. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, stand there. All the way down. Are we all going down, Joseph? Can you see it? It's over there.
Oh, yeah.
Blah. I think that way.
By 3 p.m, most of the teams were still out on the Rothbury Insurance Clifton Station trek I roto I te whakataitai wahine. New Plymouth girls were still leading. However, Motueka girlsies had taken up the opportunities for points, so it was going to be interesting to see which tactic would pay off I te mutunga. Track Me boysies were sitting comfortably on top of the whakataitai tane, with JPC boys in second by virtue of having started the trek earlier than most teams, while the Hearty Hippos and Chafing the Dream were tied in third place. In the mixed, Pains in the Brain was holding on to a slender lead over Taradale and JPC's Dwarf on Tour. By now there were teams heading out on the final section that took our teams away from Clifton. The Track Me Adventure co-steering section, 8 kilometres long, running along the One to another dry creek bed and up a gorge to collect 2 controls and back. Teams were now spread across the Clifton Station Trek, the activity centre at the Clifton Transition Area and the Waterfront Gorge section. Track Me Boise's then headed out on the co-steering section.
Yeah, it's probably everyone as well. It's this flavour. Minutes. It's quite a bit to make up, isn't it? Wait, 122. EO2. As it starts getting good, eh? We almost need heat torches. Yeah, I hear this. Sweet.
Ke hoki anō ki te wāhi whakawhiti, I whakamātauria ngā kapa ki te whakaoti I ngā mahi katoa. Upon completing the co-steering section, Track Me Boise's had just the final lap to go. It was a short circuit around the Clifton Wāhi whakawhiti of about 1 kilometre, with 3 controls that needed to be clipped I mua I te whakawhiti I te rārangi whakamutunga.
Making us run around in circles.
Uro, kua oti rātou with a perfect score of 5,805 points.
I got it.
Yeah, it's been
That's 6 out. That's 12 out.
Nice one.
The final standings saw Motueka Girlsies clinch the whakataitai wahine, having only missed the last two controls of the last section. New Plymouth Girls came second, and Taradale Senior Girls came third. I te whakataitai hanumi, Middleton Grange School's Pain in the Brain won from Taradale, who just beat Onslow's remote controls by 3 minutes.
The Track Me Motueka Boise's finished more than 40 minutes before the next team with a perfect score. Chafing the Dream did a brilliant job to also secure a perfect score and finished with time to spare.
Okay, starting with the mixed teams, Team 33, we're in first place, Pains in the Brain.
It was a pretty tough course. A lot of hills. Dark start in the morning, but the sun came up pretty nice. It was a nice warm day. Then pushed it hard in the last hour to get one of them last checkpoints.
For the female teams, and in first place, Team 27, Motueka Girlsies.
Our day was really good. We started off really hard and we came into this race really excited, and we knew that we wanted to be really competitive, so it was really good. We pushed ourselves. It's been a great day out.
So the male teams, in first place, Team 14, Track Me Motueka Boise's.
Day went amazing. There was lots of hills and stuff, and getting up onto Cape Kidnappers was a really amazing experience. There's impressive views and stuff all around. It was an impressive course from David and Tanya.
I miharo te rā, wehi nā ngā kapa e rua te kaumā ono mai i ngā tōpito katoa o te motu, to have covered the distances they all had. The 19th Go for 12 adventure race was held on a spectacular course that had everything you'd hope to have. Hei ko nā I roto I ngā mihi, MΑORI ora.